So one of the downsides about being a full-time video game reseller is all the games that aren't really worth your time to sell, you just accumulate. Like most of these games, Ghost Recon 2, Ghost Recon Island Thunder, Ghost Recon, like all these be games that sell for like probably under $10 on eBay and like probably like six on Amazon. And at those costs, like you're only getting a dollar or two after fees, it's really not worth the time. I could sell them in lots as well on eBay, but even then, it's like people usually don't want to buy a lot of 10 games, they only want two of them in there, so they're hard to move that way too. What most people do is they take them into their local game stores and trade them in for trade credit, which is a great option, except for me. I don't have any good video game stores around me. Like, the nearest one in Montana is a 4 hour round trip, and it doesn't really give that good of prices. I mean, most places you have to get a dollar, $2 on these games. They're giving me like 35 cents a game. So, what do? I found online places to trade them in. Two main ones I use are EStarland and DKOldies, and I'm gonna walk you through my trading process. So what's great about EStarland is it makes the trading process really easy. You could even just use barcode scanners and scan in the game. So I've got this Boxing Legends of the Ring on Genesis, and see if they take it in for trade. You just scan it, and if it loads, it pulls a listing and tells you how much you're going to trade in. Now, on EStarland's website, it is trade credit, so their method is 70% of your trading credit you can get it's cash, so if you want cash values, keep that in mind. And that's going to also come down depending on the condition. Like this one has a box, but does not have the manual, so it'd be $5.60 in credit, or cash value, that'd be about $4, $3.92. And if you wanted to add the trade in, you just add it, and you can build up a total. Now, unfortunately, there is some limits to EStarland. You can only do up to 40 items at a time for trade-in, and only up to 2 copies of the same game. So if you get a bunch of the same ones, you'll have to split those up. You can't email them, but I find it easier just to save those for the next batch. And the other issue is they're pretty picky about condition. I've sent in some games, some scratches, and cartridges with some labelware, and those get marked down heavily. Once they get them, you don't get the credit until they inspect the items, which makes sense. But sometimes, like a disc was like worth $2.60, and it was scratched, and they gave me 5 cents for it. So, condition wise, I would say make sure they look in good shape before sending it. Like this Ring King, it's got a sticker on there. I can't imagine that would take me down. Missing Hame tab, but that's pretty common Genesis. I would feel safe sending this one to them, but if the cover art was water damaged or anything like that, I wouldn't. One thing I forgot to mention is how you actually ship your games to EStarland. So they don't always offer free shipping. If you have a trade-in that's total over $100, then they'll send you a free UPS label, which is nice. But if you're under $100, then you have to pay to ship it in, which is kind of a pain. And they still give you some more to try to cover that shipping, but it's 10% of your trade-in value. So if you send in 40 Game Boy Advance games and your total is $45, they'll give you $4.50 extra credit for covering the shipping, but that's usually less than what it costs to ship, because that's usually over £1. I usually ship that in a pad of flight rate, or even just the first class will be like $6, so you're still losing a bit of money shipping it into them, even if it's under $100. So that is a downside. Now with DKOldies, it's a little bit different. They have a little tab here for selling the video games, and they give you this price list of things that they're checking out for, but the big thing is they buy everything, which I didn't know for a while. So you can look through here. If you have N64 games, you can see if anything's on there, the values they pay, and I'm pretty sure these values are in cash. I'm not 100% on that. I still need to double check with them, but when I do my emails, they give me a value in cash, and their trade credit is 20% on top of that. So, something to keep in mind. I assume these are cash values, but trade credit would probably be 20% more on this stuff. But yeah, if you have things that they don't list here, it doesn't matter. They take everything. I've sent them copies of Wii Fit, copies of Battleborn, copies of Destiny, third-party cables, third-party controllers, anything. They take it all. They don't give you an itemized price of what they're buying. It's usually just a flat value, but they're still taking it at least, so you feel good about not throwing it away, even if they're only giving you 50 cents. And for that type of stuff, I'm fine getting less than $1 for.
The other good note about them is they don't seem to be as picky on condition. I've sent them, the similar things like scratch games, labelware, and it doesn't affect the value. What they give you is what they pay you, pretty much. Now, if a game's like top scratch and non-functional, that might change, like if it's actually not working. But as far as condition, I think the price they give you, they're going to give you, which is awesome. The thing with DKOldies is to get the trade values on other things that they don't list is you have to email them. Just type up an email saying what you have, what condition it's in, and they get back to you in about 1 business day. So it's a bit slower process, a bit more tedious to send it in, but there is no limit on two items. There's no limit on 40 items. They ship free with FedEx, and it's up to 50 pounds. So whatever you can fit in a 50-pound box, they'll take. Doesn't matter if it's like 20 copies that we fit. They'll still take it. So, which one gives more? I actually haven't determined that myself, but I'm going to try to do that now. I'm going to go through EStarland and find 40 games in good condition that they are taking, build up that trade amount, and then write email with the same list to DKOldies and see what the difference of price is. So, got everything typed in. Actually some decent value in some of these. I was kind of expecting about average $2 a game, and that's about what I got. A little bit more, but a lot of these have the manuals, which helps. And they all have their cases, which is good. I didn't quite have enough Genesis games, so I grabbed a couple Game Gear games in my bag, just like, 4 of them, just to complete the order, but total of $87.19 in-store credit. I'm going to use that number to compare, because that's what I usually go. So that's the number before shipping's taken out, but also before they give us the credit for shipping, which is, again, 10%, which totals up to $95.91 in store credit. So pretty good value. I'm not going to send this to them right now, of course. I'm going to take this list, type it up to DKOldies, and get here back from them tomorrow to see what their offer is. So we just got the email back from DKOldies, and they're going to be paying $121 cash, or 20% more than in-store credit. And that is so much better than EStarland, who was going to pay $98 in-store credit. That was before shipping costs are taken out of that, because I have to pay to ship it. They're not covering the full amount. And DKOldies is going to take the full amount. So that is fantastic. I guess this is all kind of older Genesis stuff. I don't know if this will be the same for newer games, but I mean, that's a pretty good increase. I mean, we're going to extra so about about $145 in store credit. So about $50 more in credit compared to EStarland. So I guess, I was surprised. I thought EStarland was paying more, but I guess I've been sending DKOldies my rejects and not my EStarland, like, whatever. I do like the process of EStarland. It is a lot faster and simpler, but I guess DKOldies might be giving you more bang for your buck, especially in older stuff. Newer stuff, I'm still not sure. Maybe I'll have to do another comparison later of, like, just 360 and PS3 games, maybe, just to see. But for now, I'm going to take DKOldies' option of this and get it sent off. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope this comparison helps you decide what to do with your trade-ins. I mean, obviously, I think if you have a game store in your region that's easy to visit and pays well, that's probably the best option, just because it's going to be faster and more efficient and, less hassle on your hand. But for me, I like these two, but yeah, it looks like DKOldies is paying pretty well. So, thanks again for watching. Sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and see you next time. Peace out.